Hello, my name is Innes Kerr, and I'm a director at the UK and International Health Coaching Association. And today I'm in conversation with Robert Notter, and we're talking about Find Your Healthy. So UKIHCA is running a national awareness campaign to spread the message around self-determined people making small lifestyle changes that can make a real difference. And we've tagged that Find Your Healthy. So Robert, who I'm speaking to from New York today, very glamorous. Robert, for those of in the audience who have not attended one of the splendid webinars that you've done for us, could you tell us about your health coaching experience?
Yeah. Well, it's crazy to think about it. It's been 20 years now that I have been a health coach. I started out back in the early 2000s when no one really knew what health coaching was. And, I was one of those people who had a busy corporate job, but just always something felt like it was missing. And I just knew I could personally be healthier. And I knew that people, if they could just change their mindset and their eating and their lifestyle, could just learn to be a lot happier and healthier. And so I took a leap and I enrolled all those years ago to get certified as a health coach. And just a few months after I graduated from health coaching school, I left my corporate job to be a full-time health coach, and I've never looked back. And it's just been such a joy to not only improve my health through making better choices, but to really just support a lot of different people through my practice over all these years. And I've been so inspired with all that I've accomplished as a health coach. I actually also now mentor other health coaches to teach them how to grow their business. So I've had the pleasure of not only being a health coach myself, but to helping other coaches really learn how to get out there, have the confidence to take care of themselves and help their clients and make a big difference in the world.
So, Robert, it sounds like, through your career, you've always been busy. And I know that you were busy in your kind of corporate role before coming into health coaching. So I'm kind of interested to understand a bit about what did you find were those factors that might have most commonly affected your health and well-being whilst you were fulfilling the role of a health coach?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because before in the corporate world, I was, busy, stressed out, eating tons of sugar, not taking care of myself. And I really got that under control, learning to be a health coach. I learned to eat things that I enjoy, to not really kind of cause me to feel bad. But I think that for a lot of us who are health coaches, we're very, very caring people, and we have a lot of compassion and empathy for our clients. And sometimes I found that I was giving a lot of support, and I needed to remember to stop and pause and do things for myself. So it was really important to learn how to maintain what I call loving boundaries around client work, so that you're having enough time to sort of take care of yourself in between sessions and not overloading your day. And so really the biggest factors for me were not feeling overwhelmed and not being just really tired at the end of the day after just giving, and learning how to just really keep my cup full along the way as I was doing so much to teach and support others and busy growing my practice.
And do you have any practical tips, maybe, Robert, for other health coaches as to how you actually manage that? So I understand what you're saying about the concept and the philosophy and the the intention to create time for yourself and create a bit of space. But sometimes we get sucked into what we're doing, and that could be a
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah.
Do you have any hints and tips on how you've practically managed to achieve that?
Well, I do. And what I first realized was that I had this sort of like I'm responsible for everyone. I got to get them healthy. And as health coaches, we are responsible for showing up and being there and present in the session. But what that person does once they're on their own time is their responsibility. So you have to remember too, as a coach, that while you are there to give your support and do whatever you do in terms of the features of your program, you have to know that you can't take things personally, and you have to be present to what unfolds with your client, realizing that you're there to support them, but you can't really take ownership of things that they're doing, and the things that they're upset about or not upset about. You have to kind of be objective with that. And then also, it's really, really important to take time to sort of what I call like emotional detox. So in between sessions, I practice a lot of just really deep diaphragmatic breathing, sort of going in through my nose, out through my mouth, and really practicing myself feeling what I would call like my channel breath. So I would imagine energy coming up, down from the universe, down through my body, just sort of relaxing me through my core and into the earth, and really sitting very grounded. Then kind of feeling the energy coming back up from the earth and just sort of refreshing me, and just realizing we're all energetic beings. And so for me, I think it's important not only just to kind of center yourself, but you have to really practice the deep breathing in through your diaphragm, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I also found it really helpful in addition to kind of just centering myself through breath and giving myself, at least 15 minutes between sessions, not to cram things in. I found that what was also very important were sort of long-term digestible healthy snacks that would keep my energy going. So I was a huge fan of, almonds and pistachios and making sure that my smoothies and such were not too jam-packed of fast dissolving carbohydrates. So just really finding things to keep me, not only centered with my breath, but also with food. And I also found too that just staying really hydrated. It'd be amazing how many health coaches can easily give out the recommendations, but they're rushing and rushing. And so you got to really hydrate yourself, keep your breath as your guide in your center, and have snacks that keep your energy going long term. And what I also found really important was to keep myself focused on the mission I had to make a difference in the world. And I would spend time every morning, at least 5 minutes, just closing my eyes, imagining the day unfolding like I'd like the day to unfold with success for my clients, success for me. So I'm a huge fan of present time visualization. So imagining how you want your day, your week, your month, your year to go, seeing it as if it's unfolding in very positive ways already, and holding on to that mission that you have from your centered place of the big difference you want to make in your life and in the lives of your clients.
Well, thank you, Robert. That's some really helpful, useful, and practical tips, because it strikes me that all of those things you've mentioned, you can do wherever you are at any point in time when you might be feeling a little overwhelmed or just feel the need. And that kind of leads me just to say, finally, so maybe when you're not in front of a client or you're not in front of your computer screen, and maybe you're out and about in Central Park or whatever, I'm just interested, for our viewers, what do you do outside of coaching? What else might you say is how do you find you're healthy?
Yeah. Well, one thing I really love to do is cook. So my meditation is cooking. I make a lot of things gluten-free, lower carb. I love getting in the kitchen, and it's just for me, I just stay present to like pouring the almonds in the pan, like just really being attentive in the moment and cooking things and sharing those with my friends, my neighbors. I love, I live here in New York City, and I live just a few blocks from the Hudson River. I love to go out and sort of just put my feet on the grass and stand in nature. If you can, well, our nature probably is a little different here in New York City than someone who's in a park or, outside the city, but just being outside and just breathing and just really just taking in how magnificent our world and universe is. And I also think it's important too to spend time with people who are positive and supportive. So I really love that I've created a very nice circle of friends here in the city. And my last thing I love to do is in between coaching sessions, I'll put on some songs, maybe some old 80s music, some Bon Jovi, something like that, and just kind of dance around my apartment, kind of get the energy out and just really breathe in. And you know what? Life is a really great thing. And what you focus on is what you get more of. So those are my ways of finding my healthy.
Well, Robert, that's a lovely picture, which you've left us with. We'll all be imagining you now dancing around your downtown apartment in between coaching sessions. But Robert Notter, for the moment, thank you very much for sharing how you find you're healthy.
Happy to be here. Good luck, everyone, and much health to you.